control away, so he can't just free fire all the time.
Radiant team
Sometimes he just won't get a point. He'll go 0-3-4.
Team Secrets turn to pick.
And he'll just start meatballing waves. I think Fira also starts with a clarity. He'll go null, 2 branches, and a clarity, because he'll like try and sunstrike the range creeper. He just starts meatballing very early on, like even like level 3, level 4. He'll just skill up meatball, throw it out, just push out the wave, and go back from a jungle camp.
Is gonna be the
5 seconds remaining.
Was tossing up nice counter.
Reserve time.
But at the same time, like looking for some kind of harder. That was the other.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah, their carry is still open. They will probably have to commit both the Wisp and the Rubik though to this top lane to deal with the Slaughter Darkseer. So the mid lane's gonna be more of a 1v1. We'll see if Bears try and commit the other support there, if they just do traditional pulling things. I think whenever they do these dual off lanes, they almost always have a dual lane on bottom. Adam will play this sort of a hero that takes the lane after a few minutes. Fado will play something like the Luna or the Terrible Light or the Timbersaw, and he'll rotate around early on.
Always seems to end up.
Yeah.
You can do that. The only that'd be enough.
Yeah, and I think the matchup is the Ember and Invoker is slightly Ember favored. It is a skill matchup, but if he doesn't go for the Tornado, then you definitely have some kill potential on the Invoker. So he'll probably skill the Quas at least 1 point, so he has the Tornado available to purge off the shield. They take the Lion.
First Lion, though. First Lion.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing a Lion. It's nice for the Ember Spirit. They kind of needed some lockdown. You don't want just your Slaughter to be your only lockdown, because potentially if they pick a super strong laner for top lane, it doesn't go as planned, then you just have this Slaughter that's really far behind. You don't have a means to start fights, so they get the Lion, and like we talked about, Fada often leaves the lane, so a Lion, a hero that really likes to sop up the safe lane farm whenever the safe laner leaves.
Yeah, especially if you get a blink tag. So both sports become your sacrifice. In fact, all 4 heroes right now.
Yeah, it's still not clear what Secret wants to do. It's just sort of generic picks. The Rubik is, a hero that's picked a decent amount versus the Slaughter and the Darkseer. It gives you it lets you outpush the lanes, and then it also gives you kill potential, whereas you pick something like a Dazzle, all you can do is really outpush the lanes. You don't have really kill potential against the lane, whereas Rubik, you can, if it starts getting shoved in, you can fade both the wave, and then you still have the lift to use whenever they surge away. Obviously a ranged hero, so you could, the Wisp and IO will tether, or the Wisp and the Rubik will tether together and try and beat the Slaughter and Darkseer out the lane whenever they first show up.
Some kind of. I've got 2 more calls to go. Unless they get a little bit funky in.
Yeah, I think with Bears picking this dual offline, they can't get away with something really greedy like a Morphling, which we've seen teams like Liquid do. They'll take like this Wisp, they'll pick some generic hero like an Ember Spear or an Evoker hero like that, and then suddenly they pick a Morphling and their draft is turned from very generic into this really, really strong split pushing, split the map kind of style.
Finally! Sorry, I haven't cast an Enigma game in months. Like, actually.
Yeah, I think it's a very good Enigma game. It's just a Lion in the safe lane, because they're going to be doing this dual offline, and a lot of times you need 3 heroes to zone the offline Enigma out of the lane. They have a fair amount of ways to cancel the black hole this game. It's not amazing, but it gives you some tower push, and I think he'll have a really nice time in the lane. Like there aren't a lot of the traditional like strong laning carriers don't do amazingly well versus Enigma. He's so far back. Which is last thing with these conversions, and the Lion definitely cannot zone that hero very well at all.
Especially one now, like what Bears do. You could just look for the push, like you mentioned. Still quite nice.
10 seconds remaining.
Juggernaut's already been taken out. Can you take that both?
5 seconds remaining.
Dark.
Yeah, they've been the.
Yeah, that would.
Team Secrets turn to pick.
Yeah, that would have massively punished the Enigma in lane. The Invoker would have been able to win mid. And then
It's
you,
actually crazy how levels.
yeah, and
10
he's not a
seconds
particularly
remaining.
amazing hero defending the tower either. He can, you know, whatever it's called, Midnight Pulse,
5
one wave, but then
seconds
after that,
remaining.
it's on cooldown for quite some time. The next it comes in.
And Midnight Pulse does.
Reserve time.
The only advantage is like
10 seconds remaining.
lane.
Yeah, you can always rotate.
5 seconds
What are they
remaining.
looking for the last pick? They have 5 seconds. PL, so mid 1 PL,
Radiant team
mid
pick.
PL. All right. So it's definitely a good PL game. Only, you know, the Darkseer that's, you know, really good versus the PL, just because, you know, obviously all that AOE damage absolutely crushes Invoker in lane. That is a miserable lane
10
for Invoker. You
seconds
cannot
remaining.
harass him because the poor man's shield, all the armor he has.
5 seconds
yes.
remaining.
It wouldn't be the first time. Like,
Reserve
just push
time.
fear and
10
lot of-
seconds remaining.
knows how to-
Yeah,
5 seconds
I wonder.
remaining.
Alright, so Gyrocopter. I wonder if he'll go for the Aghanims or not. They give him some more AoE damage. And they don't have a lot of physical damage on Team Secret either. So if he goes for that Aghanims build, you have a lot of raw HP. And unless you're like, you know, have like something like a Slaughter, which bears have themselves, and Gyrocopter can be very, very hard to bring down Secret with the not the most burst ever. And it gives them something that can actually kill the Enigma in lane. Because you're not really going to be zoning him out of lane, so you want some hero that can kill him, force him to go to jungle, or, you know, just thrive off the extra money that's coming in from the kills.
You ever actually hear someone actually guess the tag? It's always a joke. Anywhere.
Yeah, I think Kyo was
10
like the
seconds
main
remaining.
starter of that build in NA. He'll go like Ags into
5
like a
seconds
Crystallis into a
remaining.
Satanic. Of attack speed. I think it essentially gives you like 170 attack speed. So it's some crazy number. Makes you a lot tankier. The mana regen is obviously nice. And overall, I think it's just an item that a lot more people have been trying. We'll see if Fada goes for it. I've never seen him play Gyrocopter before, so.
Him playing it. He's the guy that built deck. Gyro going mid.
And that sounds like something he would do. He used, you know, back in the day, he used to buy mech like all the time on that hero.
Yeah, and I remember he tried to make it work with Gyrocopter, but that was back when Gyro was a lot more consistent in mid.
Okay, no, so they are doing safe lane PL. Okay. Yeah, I actually like this better. The
Workouts of board for board. Wait, no, what? Forever. Puppey denies it. It's like they were trying to decide if they would give it to Yaps or give it
30 seconds to
end
go.
up putting it get denied. Sunstrike scouting very early. I've also noticed that too with Hero. He doesn't leave the base till like maybe 10 seconds before the waves spawn up, just to get that secondary Sunstrike in. Scouting fans.
yeah, it's you know, it's small. It's a nice thing that you can do. It gives you the extra little bit of vision. But I actually like them putting the PL up here in the safe lane. They have a decent amount of kill potential between the lance, the lift, and then just a lot of right clicks, the extra movement speed that comes from the Wisp, who looks like he's actually going to the jungle. So they're getting a little bit greedy. That hero jungles super fast early on with the spirits. And the PL should be able to hold his own top. It's not a hero that's super easily punished. Can always doppelganger away if he tries to come up for a stun. So should be able to just last under the tower as the Ion Shells push the wave in. I think mid pulls a little bit ahead early on, but as the lane slowly advances, the Invoker he'll definitely get as far. And it looks like KheZu is actually starting in the jungle, so not gonna risk it super early on against the Gyrocopter line, but it does deny the range creep. So after, you know, 1 or 2 waves, it'll definitely be pushing into his tower.
Nice passive start for everything else. Pressure applied, everyone enjoys their farm. We're waiting to see where Yaps or like how he plays this top lane. They put down 2 sentries. There's no vision right behind the town, but at least they can probably stop Puppey from just doing a straight up. Even if they do a little bit of damage, get in front of him, get the body block up, the Puppey's not having a dive. Tosses him back to telekinesis. And if they need to, they can have a rotation over, but Highlight Eye has just been a little bit busy with Iron Talent farming.
Yeah, I think Secret is definitely the team that's more pressured this game. I think it's a very free Invoker game. If you look at Secret's lineup, there's no catch, there's no heroes that you traditionally think of. Heroes being that are, you know, good versus Invoker. The best.
A little greedy, right? Like they feel pressured, but they're trying to make more out of the jungle, more out of the lane.
Yeah, and I think it's fine for the Wisp to start in the jungle. He can't really do too much in this top lane until he has a couple of levels. So I think he's gonna get the level 3 and the spirits, and then move up to the top lane and try and force the Darkseer and the Slaughter out of the lane. I think this Gyrocopter pick actually works out really, really well for Bears. Because, you know, we were saying that Evoker, you know, sort of a greedy hero. Dota typically plays these less farmy heroes, while Firo farms up something like an Invoker, or, you know, more farm-intensive heroes like that. And the Gyrocopter fits that bill pretty well. Does decently well versus the PL once you've gotten some items up. Obviously, it's a lot of AoE damage to burn away the illusions. And, you know, can kill Ember's shield as well very, very quickly. So if he tries to run in with the shield on, you pop the Rocket Barrage, and it'll burn the shield off super quickly. So I think it's actually a pretty decent Gyro game. Not a lot of bursts from Secret either.
When's the first rotation really going to come in? Like, we're talking about, like, how passive the early game can be. Everyone's just looking for their farm and play. But with your run of Dark here as well as a Slaughter, can you just force it on his top lane and try and get off the kill? He's got Doppelganger to the tape. Is there anything you can force Team Secret to get this IO out of the jungle before the time? Where he's already 3.5 levels up and has the bottom up. So he's probably going to come out of jungle.
Yeah, he may walk up to the top, try and threaten there. Looks like he's sitting on this hill here, so mid-1 may be looking to take down the Invoker here. I think that's, you know, a move they could potentially make. I think that's one of the advantages of starting the Wisp here. You don't really know where he is. He could be farming these camps over on the right side.
When he sits on that hill, he runs. They were very much away.
Yeah, so Firo was flying a little bit back.
But Yapsol's on the hunt. He's coming over to try and mess with Highlight Dive. He's got gets a crush off, the Dunkstrike kicking in, and he feathers away just fast enough down to mid-1, and now it's Yapsol who kind of needs to start his TP out. Force Puppey to come over as well, but a decent amount of pressure.
Yeah, the lanes are all going pretty evenly. Enigma is farming the jungle a decent amount. Darkseer has very, very similar CS, similar levels. In the mid lane, basically the same story. A little bit of discrepancy between Gyrocopter and the PL, but I don't think that's too big of a deal. But I think whenever you're playing the Slaughter Darkseer, you really want to be punishing the safe lane. If you're not able to do that super early on, then now Puppey rotates in.
He starts the search. It's on level 1. This is the first blood for the top lane in favor of Team Secret. Even with the Observer point, he didn't back up in time. And as Team Secret moving over there, the second nighttime.
Yeah, I think this last pick, PL, it worked so well for this lane. That's something here we traditionally see, but there's no way you're ever landing a crush against the Doppelganger. He's got a lot of armor, so doesn't mind tanking the creeps on the tower. Yapsol rotates to the bottom and kills KheZu.
Dyer's bottom tower is under
They
attack.
still send this into the push as well.
Dyer's
It almost
structures
feels
are
like the old school one position Gyrocopter. I know you just like to walk on the great way and just have a catapult wave as well. You just push heavily into the lane.
Yep. Down below half HP. With KheZu coming back, we'll be able to pull the creeps off the tower pretty easily with the Eidolons with the Nightfall, so he has to back off. Bot is almost up to level 6. I wonder if he'll try and make a move up to top. It's kind of hard. They need to bring either the Darkseer, you know, and the Slaughter up here, and have the Gyrocopter TP in to probably kill this PL, as he's pretty tanky. He is out of regen though, so he's gonna slowly start to get whittled down by these ion shells. And the Darkseer, you know, after they rotate up here and kill him, is basically gonna have a free lane. I wonder if they're gonna smoke up and try and kill him again. You know, how about MP a little bit more, or if they're gonna look to pressure mid. But Firo realizing that, hey, they're, you know, both supports are off the map. Gyrocopter is a hero that's gonna want to rotate after they take this bottom tower. So they're gonna want to start getting aggressive. So I'm gonna back up the map and make sure I don't drop.
KheZu is he knows. That's the Sunstrike. So KheZu can drop the Sunstrike, get the kill over to Firo. With Highlight's rotation, if he gets Firo's on the Mana, they'll find the return kill. So an off laner for your safe laner. Highlight Eye might have been the one to get the kill.
Dire's
Meanwhile,
top
probably
tower is under attack.
bundling up the extra constellation phase in the form of the lion. So it's Pilot A again who takes the kill.
Yeah, that's a nice couple of turnaround kills, and they don't even lose their tier 1 towers, so if Fada TP's back down here to farm, then Secret knows that his Gyrocopter is trapped here. They can potentially rotate on him. If he goes to another lane, then KheZu will have absolute free farm bottom, so those 2 turnaround kills are like super huge because it forces Fada to make a
Is
choice.
he getting that? Yeah, he is!
How could it be?
Oh, wow.
He was running around him with Iron Shell, using the initial surge
Dire's
and
top
PL had
tower
already. I
is
don't know if
under
he didn't
attack.
have mana, but he had mana for Doppelgang.
Never refuse school.
But he got picked off.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate death for the PL, and going down like that, if you start running out of regen, and it worked very well early, right, because you can't crush the PL, but once he runs out of regen, you continue to just have this Ion Shell spam shoving into the tower, and eventually it's going to go down as it's getting attacked by the catapult right now. Yapsor was up here taking some of the XP while Forev goes to the jungle, and PL is not really a hero that can play very far from behind. The Invoker is going to have a very nice time against their heroes if he gets the farm, which he is. He's have basically free farm in the jungle right now, and you kind of worry for this PL if he does end up getting behind. And it's not going to get any easier either. The Ion Shells are going to continue to get spammed in here, and the Slaughter will, the Darkseer healing up right now, going to TP back up, and they're just going to continue to spam these Ion Shells, try and dive the tower even. And there's not really much NP can do. He's kind of stuck here, and it's not really a hero that can rotate around and pressure any of Bear's heroes right now.
He needs to farm up and get strong enough to deal with it, and then perhaps add his own pressure on the top. But they're back again. Forev TP's into the lane. Having the Arcane boost means the Yapsors have never-ending mana, and they really want to dive if possible. Level 6 is going to get triggered up by Yapsor, the second one more creep dies, so now they have the amplification to work too. And the rest of Team Secret on the hunt, they run
Dire's
underneath the
top
Radiant
tower
Serval.
is under
So
attack.
Bears understand there is no more help up here for MP on the top. If they want to commit to try and bring down the tower almost within deny range, they will be able to easily take it.
Yeah, and MP really doesn't have anything to do at this point. He can just sort of go farm the jungle camps, but it's not really what you want to be doing. Secret's really looking to get aggressive. They were wrapping behind them, the mid tower, looking for Firo, but super smart read from him. Just doesn't even go there. Realizes, where they're getting aggressive at. Doesn't have any wards at all, but just knows they're not helping MP up top.
He's not okay. He's denying the tower.
Dire's top tower.
Yeah, he is kind of trapped here now. Forev may look to try and burn him a little bit. He's starting to get slowly chipped down, but still has Doppelganger.
Relocates his way in. Forev turns the ulti on. Actually hits 3 heroes with a 84 health, however. And looking at him, Yapsor pulled in. Something's coming up. It hits on mid one. Looking to hold that as well. Bada joins the engagement. Meteorites up the they'll relocate back out again. The Highlight Eye will burn in the mid lane. The Phantom Lancer also died underneath the call down of Fada. Fada was actually awarded the kill as well. In the mid lane. Wait, hang on.
I think he got flanked.
And it follows?
Yeah, it
Even
follows.
when you get relocated out like that? That moved pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's what I thought was weird. How fast the flag hit him.
Radiant's middle
Yeah.
tower is under attack.
Maybe he took damage from other heroes besides Fada. That's weird.
Yeah, I thought it was like normally we did. That's like where my brain instantly went. But yeah, the kill was awarded anyway to Fada. He gets a double kill. Goes to his first item, which appears to be a metal. Spirit jump in and very dark dead dark here. Can't do much to stop that, but the iron still burn damage in the lane. Now they're going to get it removed by creating conversion.
Radiant's bottom tower
Lower
is
Team
under
Secret
attack.
just enough where they may consider not fighting this.
Yeah.
Especially with the mid lane being pressured by Fada as well as Firo.
Yeah, they don't want to risk fighting here on this bottom tower. It's a very, very hard tower to defend, both this top Dire tier 1 and the bottom tier 1 for Radiant, but they're realizing that Bears think they're going to pressure this tower. Instead, they smoked the mid, but Fada actually sniffing it out, so really nice read from them. They're still probably going to lose this tower, but in the meantime, Firo will continue to farm up, has the Midas, and now already the Staff of Wizardry, so getting very farmed out of the Invoker, and Fada, you said going towards the Maelstrom. I wonder if he's going to go for the Maelstrom first and then into the Ags afterward, or just, because since the side gunner shots still carry the orb effects now, you can Maelstrom proc twice. I haven't seen people go for the Maelstrom whenever they go for the Ags. It'd be kind of interesting. That's what he did.
Fada is a creature, so it wouldn't surprise me if he does. Sitting in the top net worth of the field at the moment. But these towns are dropping. There's not much between these two teams. We're kind of expecting that anyway. These two teams have been playing terrific Dota throughout the qualifiers. Maybe Bears will coming into this. That's a nice skill. Iron Shell for Puppey.
Yeah, we'll be able to spam these lanes in.
Adam as well as Yapsor team up. You have the Finger of Death now on Adam, so the potential to create a lot of space for him. Get someone to TP in towards the mid, have that large amount of burst damage, and it's the Enigma who's coming in. So KheZu helps do a nice damage to him, and the Stun Strike. Yapsor with the crush actually finds the kill.
Yeah, both teams have potential to take these early fights. A lot of it is just about how the moves are made. No mana.
There's your back as well as more kicking in. And MP looking towards dealing with Yapsor, but the crush will hold him there to relocate. It pulls mid one out to safety, but he still wants to go back there and rejoin his teammate. MP's on the run for F with burning him in the tree line. Looks like it was creating more space than anything else, keeping the rest of Secret away from Yapsor. And they're going to come over and shrine it up.
Yeah, KheZu just pick up the mech now, so their 5 mana has been buffed up just a little bit. Did mid one go down there? Okay, no, so he managed to get away. Yeah, so that's really important for Secret. If he had gone down there, the most farm hero right now just picks up the bots. He's one of the players that doesn't actually go for Veil very often on this hero. Goes for the Aquila into the Maelstrom after Yapsor.
They all hold the vision of the ball for this one. Pick him up, throw him back in again. Puppey does find the kill. The level 4 Fade Bolt to secure it.
Yeah, and Bears I think is okay with this tempo. They're okay with losing a couple of heroes here and there. As long as they're farming up the Invoker, he's getting very close to the Aghanims. Gyrocopter, he's okay with fighting here and there. But definitely just want to run right into Secret. Secret's definitely, they want to be aggressive right now. They want to try and pressure this bottom tier 2, force reactions out of Bears. Bears are just going to give it up. They know that it's kind of risky for them to fight right now. Yapsor is closing in on the blink slowly but surely, about 1,000 away. Once they have the blink dagger, they have the Aghanims on Invoker. They can start to take these fights more consistently, a little more safely. They may actually try and pressure Roach.
And we're going in for it.
Like Secret know they expect Bears to be smoking down the bottom. They may realize it in a second, but I think by the time they realize it may be too late.
They scan.
Yeah, right when they realize mid one just
they have to push the tier 2. But at the same time, can they? Mid one's being hunted. Yapsor saw the spirit go up.
Radiant's
But he
bottom
can't
tower
get close
has
towards the
fallen.
tower. It's just that Invis rune he's got. It was a surprise potential hit. But without the line on the front line, it's just like Lion's Finger of Death only just came off cooldown. And Yapsor doesn't have blink.
Yeah, not really a way they can bring down these Embers here. They'd have to... they have to like get...
Dyer's middle tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
Yeah, but it's unlikely the Lion's able to get into range. Doesn't even have Tranquil Boots yet, so it's still pretty slow. Only 355. The Ember has bots, so right after the Crush wore off, he just speed away to the Remnant. Losing the tier 2 bot is kind of unfortunate for Bears. It's going to give the MP probably a lot of space to catch up down bottom with the Ember Spirit, able to push that out and then play with his team wherever on the map. They had that mobility option because mid one went for the boots of travel, so they can try and 5-man look for these fights, and they really want to. MP has the HOD now, going for a pair of bots of his own, so it allows they have a lot of mobility. The Rubik and the Enigma can potentially smoke up somewhere, or the Rubik and the Ember, and they can relocate a hero in, so they're going to be looking for fights around the map, I think, Secret, and they don't want to let up on the pressure because the Evoker is continuing to farm, and whenever you don't have answers like this, you don't really have the greatest catch. You're sort of all about just this general magic damage, AoE team fight. You're not okay with an Invoker, getting up to Aghanim's Blink, BKB, and then you just don't really have a way to kill him, and he's free to just throw spells out here and there, get to level 25, and then you really just don't have an answer.
Fine one, especially if this game does go late. Meanwhile, the top lane is going to pressure in, so KheZu behind that tower. Going to go directly into BKBs. Second. And Puppey on top of the observer board. Adam. He's pretty close. He could probably go for the hex. He tried He tried for a second to throw out the stun, but the smoke broke. And Puppey's observed the nameless gap that happened.
Yeah, it was close. They were trying to move here, potentially get a kill and take this tower. They don't really just want to sit around at AFK while Firo farms. They'd like to, get kills here or there so they're not falling behind on net worth. As Secret is out farming them right now. They've taken a couple of those towers down bottom, so they're able to push it out, take all of Bear's jungle pretty consistently, as well as holding most of their own. So the current state of the game, Secret's pretty okay with, but they'd like to keep this tempo up, keep Bears from finding any pickups like that. So making sure they don't die there on Puppey is actually pretty huge. They're forced to just go back, continue to farm, as it looks like Bada is actually going to be going for the Ags. So going for the Maelstrom into the Aghanims. Gets a little bit of a damage boost first, and then into the tankiness. And I think that's fine. I think if he goes for the Aghanims first this game, they could be pretty low on damage against like the PL, against just the Wisp healing people up, has the Urn. Actually going for a Midas on Wisp. Yep, has the recipe.
It must be really very good balls for a lot later in the game. Unless there's is there a specific thing in the talent tree he's thinking is better?
I mean, the gold per minute is really nice. At level 20, granted that's quite far away. Yeah, I think if you look at Secret's heroes, they don't really have a particular way to end this game. They're very good at looking for fights and pushing out these lanes, maybe chip away at towers that way. But
great smoke doesn't instantly go for the telekinesis, however. Adam, well, there's one third got the degree. Look at the stun, down the road, there comes the Enigma. Still got the issue, but Adam is stuck on the stairs. Could not get back down again. And he ends up almost dying to his own stun with Puppey stop.
yeah, and they just continue to look for these things to try to smoke up the hill, but Secret are waiting for them there. And they're going in for the Midas on the Wisp. This Maelstrom build is the much more farming intensive build. You get that Maelstrom super early, already has it at 18 minutes on top of the bots. This Ember is gonna be no joke as the game goes a little bit later. And they know, like, their heroes, they have an Ember Spirit and a PL. Those are not heroes that are able to end the game early, so they don't really want to play against a super farmed evoker, but that's sort of what this game is coming to. They made a couple of early rotations, didn't go super well. They tried to gank whenever Bears were taking the original mid tower. They tried to essentially get a fight there and then take the Bears mid tower off of that, but didn't go super well. Everybody had to back off, so they've taken control of this jungle, and they're sort of resolved just playing this farming game. Looking for key items, maybe waiting for the MPs to use the play to look for fights. But I don't think they're too opposed to fighting now either. It's all about like finding openings. Bat movements are pretty huge right now, and I don't think one team has a significant advantage right now. Although I do think Bears are perfectly fine taking the game a little bit later.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He just picked up 2 blink daggers, one on the Slaughter and one on the Dark Sea. So they have that jump. Yapsor's kept his blink dagger pretty well hidden. There's only one other one which is almost there, and that's Puppey. And they gave him
Radiant's
mid lane to
bottom
try and
tower
farm it up,
is
and
under
now he has
attack.
the money for it. He'll have the blink dagger over on the Rubik too.
They're waiting behind the mid tower with mid one.
Radiant's
Too much
middle
pressure being
tower
applied to
is
the
under
bottom lane.
attack.
Like, Bureau's going to show himself here, and they'll understand that Bear has some defense in the mid lane. Sunstrike I kind of forget that Sunstrike is always able to do a whole lot of damage from very, very far away. And MP being fired up too. Dark Sea a little bit too much damage. Puppey gets the control up. They've got extra balance for some Black Hole. They really want to commit it. Hasn't happened just yet. Puppey, all of replicas all in. Sparta, they're trying to clean out the line, and he actually has the opportunity as the Absol. We got the instant stun. The second big one went in there. He got the crush on him.
Yeah, he had the haste rune. I don't know how mid one always has a haste rune. It's kind of insane, but he was trying to wrap around from the back. The rocket actually got stuck onto him by Fada, so they knew exactly where he was coming around from the hill. I think he missed his slight chains actually, so he was on cooldown. Runs up, gets hexed, and then the crush follow-up gets bursted down with a Gyrocopter. Actually does a substantial amount of damage, which you don't really typically think of when you think of Gyrocopter dealing a lot of physical damage. With the Maelstrom, actually hits pretty hard and pretty fast, and now almost up to the Ag, so he's actually a very, very farmed Gyrocopter.
She fares into a better position with that small little engagement. They already got an easy 1,000 net worth, but as the experience just continues to rise for Bears now, with 4K experience being their advantage. The graphs are going up already. They will continue to go that way for the time being.
Yeah, and in fights like that.
back out again. They'll be able to do so. This stops the push, and that tier 1 tower we thought was going to be gone maybe 10-15 minutes ago is still standing.
Yeah, they don't want to give up anything for free. Secret is all about fighting here and now. They don't want to give up, you know, just all of this free map control to the Invoker who's going to start to split these lanes. As the Ags now working towards the Blink, and it's very, very farmed. They want to look to fight around this time. They use the black hole now, so their team fight gonna be a little bit weaker. But bo1 is extremely strong right now. This is one of those times. Ember Spirit's a hero that hits a couple of peaks and then is strong for a very long time, and more items don't particularly help him that much. You know, he's working towards the Shivas, but that really won't change the dynamic of this game or how Secret wants to fight. So they're just looking for the right opportunities. I don't think either team is, you know, really opposed to fighting. They just need to find the right jumps. You know, at bottom, Fada gets jumped on, blown up, and then he's dead at the beginning of the fight.
They want to Puppey going down mid. He's still got pulled out of balance. Throws the Invoker back. Just also up. They're going to dust as well. So Bureau really can get away with it. Right through his face. TP back out.
Oh my goodness.
He actually made it?
Pi missed, he missed one of the spirits. He was trying to pull him in and out, and I think he missed a little bit, and I think that missing that one spirit actually saved Bureau. That was so close.
That is one lucky duck. And now you're back in. Long sunstrike right on top of Highlight Die. Pick up the Puppey. Telekinesis creates a little bit more space. But now the phase is on. Mid-1 has that homing missile on his tail. They can chase it if they want to, but unlikely.
I wonder. I think the TP back to base was actually necessary. I think he would have got sunstruck and died if the missile hit. What level is it? It's level 3 missile. Do 375. So about 300 damage. If you add that with the sunstrike, it actually probably would have killed him. So I think it's wise for everyone to TP back there and not.
I'm currently looking for
Oh. Pop the flame guard, so no damage taken.
just when you go that quickly around the towers, you get like 5 tower attacks.
Yeah.
This it's the ultimate game with follow the leader.
He has the Aghanims completed on Fada right now. They're gonna look for a fight off of that. Blink still on Slardar.
Good observe what actually saw mid-1. Oh, he's back out to the Spirit. They've missed their opening. But allows them to put down an aggressive observer ward.
Yeah, they have both of these wards down behind these towers, so it looks like they really want to take this bottom tier 1. Hero's actually migrating over here, so with these wards down, it's kind of hard for Secret to actually get over here and defend these without getting scouted out and jumped, especially with the Slaughter and Gyrocopter kind of just hanging around there. They can see them TPing in, so we'll see if Secret knows that. Mid-1 was jumping out like that, so it seems they know that they're around that area. See if Puppey tries to D-ward there. Has a sentry. Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, but you deal with the one to the lower, not the one upper.
Yeah, so they still see him backing up.
Yeah. This is perfectly right up your bed. You keep forcing down the lane, you get a lot of strength to work with, like the Blink Dagger's free to go. And Puppey is the only man defending that tier 2 tower with Alacrity popped up. Like Bureau
Radiant's
hits
top
that.
tower. Radiant's top tower.
He gives it to Father instead, who's now
Dire's
300 as well.
structures are
So
fortified.
fortification is forced out
Dire's
of Team
bottom
Secret.
tower is
They've
under
taken the
attack.
tier 1 tower on the top lane.
Radiant's top tower
That's
is
one of
under
their
attack.
advantages. This is just a straight tier 1 for tier 1.
Yeah, he's playing a little bit scared on Fada, which I think is smart. He doesn't want to get jumped by mid-1, who's off the map right now. He always be rotating from the shrine, although
Radiant's
they
top
have
tower
they
is
put up
under
another
attack.
ward? Okay, no, so they can't actually see this shrine. Yeah, he's actually TPing onto the creep, gonna look for somebody.
Yeah, looking on that Purge creep with the relocate down, they
Radiant's
find
middle
Forever
tower
freeze.
is under
He
attack.
actually wants to go, okay, back, fall. No TP control available at the moment. The Forever's has to come in and accept his fate. With the PL illusion, he's almost killing Highlight Die. Highlight Die's relocate will end up saving him. And they're gonna stop fighting inside the wall.
Yeah, that was very close. Highlight Eye, off of that, getting that Midas is actually...
He just tried to Sunstrike him.
Where did he throw it out at?
He threw it, so the Sunstrike hit just, yeah, right, just below between.
Oh, okay. It was actually pretty close.
Yeah, I looked up and the eye was pretty damn low.
Yeah,
But I think he's stick charged.
I think Highlight Eye getting that Midas is going to be pretty game-changing. He's actually getting pretty close to Lotus Orb. He's picked up the Perseverance, and that'll help quite a bit against the Slardar, the Lion. Being able to throw it onto this Ember Spirit as he is going for the Shivas, so not going for anything like the Lincoln, something like that. So the Lotus will help quite a bit if he gets jumped and amped. We'll have...
Lotus Orb, you've got Solar Crest, and then you'll have Shivas as well.
Yeah, it'll be very, very hard to bring him down.
Solar Crest just got completed on
Okay, wow, so he's Blink and Solar Crest. That's a huge Rubik. They're splitting the farm very, very evenly across Secret, which I think is quite good.
I'll jump in. And he's not so and Secret really wanting to fight, like they got their BKB over on Enigma. And there's nothing that actually stops him. Like it's not so sliders to get around the
Yeah, it's pretty difficult to. Yeah, it's like almost impossible to stop it whenever he has the BKB up and running.
Sunstrike scouted out the fact that Secret doing Roshan. Hit highlight dive perfectly on top of it. By Team Secret now have some aggressive boards up and running. Their sentry is in range of both the observer and the sentry if they want it. That's something most likely to be alluding to there.
Yeah, they're about to finish up the Shivas on mid one. He has 3,100 gold, so there's a few more creeps and he'll have it completed, which is pretty huge. The vision is also really, really nice, so could potentially clip the slaughter with the Shivas and stop him from blinking. It can mean quite a bit. Also really nice for this whole Roche standoff that's going on right now. I think that favors Secret quite a bit because they have the more mobile heroes. They have 2 boots of travel, they have a Wisp. So if they're keeping bears, confined around an area, then they'll be able to split and, farm around the map. And you can see that from the net worth. It was looking pretty good for bears early on whenever they're able to pull Secret around. They don't have these boots of travel up and online yet. Slaughter Blink is very threatening. Whenever Secret knows where they are, they're so mobile. Taking those 2 towers down bottom early on has been paying massive dividends. They're constantly just able to farm out this jungle, push out the lane, and mid one with this Shivas to show for it.
Bears can't wait around forever even if they are farming in close. They still want to go for Roshan themselves, if possible.
Yeah, it's not easy, and they have the creep sitting in there from MP, so there's almost no way they can just get in there and sneak it. It'll take longer than that. By the time it's getting to low, Secret will be able to be over to test it, and it's not worth the risk. If they lose one fight on this Gyrocopter, then he starts to fall behind, and it's still a hero that can die very, very quickly to other farm cores. He needs to be ahead. He needs to be extremely tanky and able to just run in to the fight. He's not a hero that can skirt on the outside of the fight, slowly throw attacks in. He's a very short-range hero. He just needs to run in and dish out all the magic damage. It becomes very hard to do whenever the Enigma has picked up the BKB now. Like you said, it gets harder and harder for the Gyrocopter to just walk into them. They have the Slaughter who can potentially set up the fights, and the Invoker who can sort of like make things weird. These fights are definitely. This game is very much down to just execution of fights.
Radiant scan the tree lines. They're looking for mid one. Mid one's happy to reveal himself. Yapso wants to go for the Yeik Nai. Right now, Adam is just fake. Stole the ball down to the right. He died the second missile. Almost. Relocate in. They find Yapso on the tree line. Definitely blast one. Self just opens the scan spider. Stands around. Finds Pilot Eye in 2 seconds. We relocate him back out of here. He'll take a friend with him. Mid one. Feels like that's no! They get the stun off! So close that TP being completed, and that's a huge fight with now the Bears.
No
2
buybacks.
heroes down with no buybacks. That's a push to high ground. That's a tier 3 tower.
Yeah, they just got the fresh BKB on Fada. It made all the difference in that fight. MP committed in thinking he could man fight Fada, but whenever he pops the BKB, he just doesn't care about the Diffusal Blade. Gets the Alacrity and just shreds everything. The EMP did huge work as well, and he wasn't able to doppelganger it.
And the Bears think there's still buybacks over on Team Secret. Like the creep wave's gone. Yeah, they're moving out. They're moving to Roshan. That has to be this maneuver. They're trying to take Roshan and Team Secret back up and running. And they may not know if KheZu will go, and now they will know he bought a Blink Dagger. So he's now
Yeah, it is kind of hard to hit a black hole though against Bears heroes. The Gyrocopter and the Invoker aren't typically in the same area of the fight. They have the Slaughter and the Darkseer that are going to be jumping in and casting themselves and then just sort of running around trying to do it again. So it's not the easiest game to find a good black hole. And there isn't a target they necessarily want to solo black hole. They could Aegis.
Here comes KheZu, 3-man for the black hole. He managed to find it, and now with the control, Gyro will fall down. They do have the Aegis, the Immortal. That's what's going to allow him to come back to life again. With no foam just surrounded by 4 heroes. There's no way Fada can survive. MP with a double kill. And they're not done yet. Adam is on the run. He'll be a consolation prize. Too easy. Triple kill for MP. A perfect fight for Team Secret.
Yeah, that was huge. Midbone was able to throw in the triple remnant as well, so the Invoker just absolutely melts. Oh wow, Secret got the Roshan kill as well.
They actually got a dire kill for Roshan, and Fada snatched the Aegis.
Yeah, they're storming down mid lane, so they're definitely going to force buybacks. They have it on the Invoker and the Gyrocopter, but they definitely do not want to have to use it. And those fights are sort of just like the difference between, you know, what ends up happening with these networks. Gyrocopter and Invoker up on top, but the Lion just so poor. The Slaughter only having the Blink Dagger.
But it's all meant to just be buying time. And modification as well, 10 seconds up. 10 seconds until the gyro as well as the Invoker are up. So this is still enough time for the Secret to bring down the Needle down. There's almost enough to line up, and potentially they could bring down the melee rank, but they need to be quick about things. And once the later finds he's dying inside the base. The melee rank is still alive for now. And the rest of Team Secret bailing out after losing Puppey.
Yeah, I think they're perfectly okay with that. They pressure the rack. They don't actually get the melee rack, so maybe should have backed up after getting the tier 3, but just support Rubik. And now Bears has to deal with all of these lanes. And with their lanes, you know, all the way in like this, they're going to start losing shrines, losing map control. And, you know, like we talked about, Gyrocopter is not a mobile hero. Darkseer, not really a super mobile hero either. So they can use the Iron Shells to shove out these lanes with, you know, reasonably low risk. They can use the Forge Spirits, but, you know, Secret can do basically the same. The PL can throw illusions, the Ember Spirit kills the wave super quickly. And, you know, they also, off of that push, got this really nice deep ward, so they can see Hero running down to bottom. And I think you know, getting the Lotus Orb now completed on Pylai Dai, they just have so much gold on these supports. The Lotus Orb, slowly pressed on Puppey. It's getting harder and harder for Bears to actually just insta-give these heroes, like we saw a little bit earlier.
Work harder for it. He wants to stay. Also looking at it.
Dire's top tower is under
his upgrade. Terra keeps giving these every single time he plays the Invoker at the very end. He's maxed on practically everything.
Yeah, has all of his orbs maxed, yeah, so he will start killing talents.
Same with the gyro. 5 damage.
Gyrocopter's talents are so weird. Spell amplification, magic resistance, and movement speed choices.
Like which one do you... Like with the last one, like I always want like if it's worthwhile having just 3 homing missiles over the 4 flat. I guess because it's doing 5 times damage with 5%.
Yeah, I don't know if the missile is really ever worth it because, you know, by the time you're level 25, people have BKBs and those triple missiles. They're kind of nice on support, but also people also get Lotus Orbs.
And one relocate move. This one with your one. Target with Paladai is locked X and Sunstrike. No! The relocate pulls him out once again. Just safe. Mid-one had to spirit himself away from the homing missile to get hit by it. But there's no real follow-up. There's not one Paladai dying there. There's not something real coming forward, looking for that opportunity to gank on Puppey. Doesn't find it, however.
Yeah, and I think Bears is starting to get a little bit worried. Darkseer is not an offlaner that scales particularly well into the late game compared to an Enigma who's, you know, we talked about they have no way to deal with this black hole, and that becomes very worrisome as the game goes later and later. You know, once you get to a certain point, just solo black holing one or two of the cores is perfectly fine. He has a Shadow Blade now as well, so.
I'm trying to think like if there's any item which allows them to like either delay him when they jump in, like just look for the scythe, but like once he triggers the BKB, it won't matter. But you may just need to have the scythe. Wait out for 5 seconds. You'll probably burn like 1 second of the BKB. Like go for later.
Yeah, I think Bears is considerably more reliant on getting the jump. I think Secret, even if you know, they don't really have to get the jump, they can sort of have the Ember run in, start bullizing people. And they always have this Enigma waiting in the wings, ready to potentially black hole. They have Rubik, they can lift someone. Bears, like, they really need to go in with this Lion and the Slaughter and blow up a hero, because if they don't, then they're just food, because they've already blinked in. They get, you know, chains, Rubik lifts them up and they just get completely evaporated. They have Diffusal Blade to bring him down as well, where Secret supports are very, very hard to kill. Pyle Die sitting at 1500 HP, has the Lotus Orb and Ogre Club. You know, Puppey has the Force Staff now as well as the Solar Crust and Blink. 10k net worth of both supports compared to 10k between both the pairs.
Puppey jumps in, brings through on the Invoker, more support from the neighborhood. KheZu waits that right opportunity with the sentry ward down, you can't just hide inside the infantry. Yamso with the time moving this week. Midway jumps out around again, but maybe also dead. Maybe with a back, he'll survive. No further in the tree line. Yamso will be fine. He's not had a kill just yet, but might be for rest. He's blocking, he's sitting on 9 MP, and they're in the back line. They'll bring down the amateur and Winter called out from bottom and the flying cannon damage. It already did its work. They moved their attention towards MP. The last big core on the front line. They'll jump up with the missile. And the missile will be chasing him. I don't know if there's enough damage to kill him. Draining off the mana. But keep on running. The injured Phantom Lancer.
Oh.
Dodged it.
Oh.
Oh. Go
That was close.
KheZu's still alive with the tree line. He's got a Shadow Blade to get himself out again if he needs to.
Yeah, that was huge. I think Firo jumped around to the side, ended up EMPing mid one, who had already used all of his remnants. Kind of got trapped there. Whenever the Ember Spirit goes down like that, they're not able to blow up his Invoker. We've seen how much work Firo can put in on the Invokers, working towards the Aghanims now, and mid one going down that early in the fight. He solo Black Hole the Invoker, he does go down, but MP is still not in a position where he can just like Superman up and, you know, be forced. You know, they're not able to force him back off. He's going towards the BKB now, which will kind of let him man up, but he has a hard time just running into the Gyrocopter, who has the Butterfly now as well, so even, you know, the illusion's starting to become semi-useless. He's not really a hero that likes to buy MKB. Amber doesn't like to buy MKB either. The Gyrocopter is definitely not super easy to deal with. The highest net worth of the game. It's not often you see a Gyrocopter that, you know, let alone see a Gyrocopter, but one that's this much net worth and has had this much of an impact.
And such a great start on the safe lane. And never was really over pressured, so he's looking at the highest skill counter too. 8, 4, and 6. See the difference. Fighting 12, 11, 14, 12, 9 on the assist compared to theirs. Yeah, there's obviously been 5 more kills going. Kind of shows you how much more computer Team Secret is when they run around these 5 men.
Yeah, and you can see, you know, you compare these two teams whenever they play against each other to comparing a really good team against one of the lesser teams or just lesser teams playing each other. You know, the difference in, like, you know, how the drafts are. You could, you know, between these two teams, there's no, like, super clear draft favorite. It's a lot of it's just about execution, map movements, as opposed to just one draft being objectively better than another and it being super hard for one team to just play the game because they are at such an innate disadvantage.
Execute time again. Team Secret actually TP'd out, so that's why they engaged on their... I say engaged, they land and attack. This is more of an engagement. Moving themselves up against Rock. KheZu comes in with a black hole. Hopping down, Rock he's over on life. They're making like quick, that's why they're making the most out of it. Third jump forward. Big one's to a double. 4 dragged in with a minus. Able to be there. Now it's filling up the Firo. If he can really turn this around. Looking for the kill on this one. There's no real man. And definitely class. Highlight Die is the lifeline. MP will get the double kill. Moving down to Forever a little bit further to the south. But Invoker, run away. This is not the fight for you, or is it? He doesn't have any kind of real vision on Highlight Die.
Yeah, he was there so late. The fight was basically over by the time he came in. If he was there a little bit sooner, potentially, you know, the Enigma just needed like one more right click to take him down. The Ag's Gyrocopter was going to work, chipping him down slowly as he was just being black hole. Boop, boop, boop. Just needed 1 or 2 more right clicks, but I don't know if it was a little bit of miscommunication or if Fear was trying to push the wave out to the bottom lane. They find a pick off and then they immediately go to the tower, I think was what they were trying to do, but maybe found the kill a little bit quicker than they thought or didn't expect all of Secret to be there, so ends up being a pretty nice trade for them, and they're almost definitely going to lose this Roach now. They don't really want to buy the Gyrocopter back for this. It's kind of hard to contest. I don't think the Suncheck actually saw how low Roach is either.
Definitely blast his way. He actually reflects the hex. Lotus take the Aegis, the Immortal, and go one step closer. He also managed to save the cheese, which is now given over to Pyle Dive. He's rapidly approaching that Ag intercept with the fan.
Oh, is he going Ag?
He had Ag in quick drive.
Interesting. I think it can be pretty good once you have the illusions that are actually reasonably strong. It gives you a lot more lane push, and you can nuke a wave with your Aghanim's and throw all the illusions onto one of the supports, and it's pretty hard to deal with. Also, you know, makes him a little bit beefier. I haven't seen it, really the Aghanims this late. I've seen PLs go for it like considerably earlier. He switches to Lincoln, so he's sort of still deciding what he wants to go for.
It's an interesting kind of way to engage. He's basically going solo in on the highlight die, even though there's 2 free frames here. Jumps in, commits the wall, and now it's Vera who's on the line. He's going to pay for the target. It's over to Puppey right down, but now maybe able to mind the space, and now in comes KheZu.
Oh my.
Black Hole Fada jumps in as well. He wants to know which one faces. Will it be enough? Yes, Spirit jump in too. Bears are going to lose everything in this fight. All 5 down. Team Secret wiping him on the steps of the Dire Jungle.
Yeah, and whenever you're so committed, you have the slaughter, the line, like we talked about. You have to jump in and jump these heroes. And then Enigma is just always waiting in the wings, looking for an opportunity. If you mess up your positioning for just one moment, they get 3-4 man Black Hole, really nice from KheZu, and now only 1 buyback on the Gyrocopter. They may lose 2 and even 3 sets of racks.
He has to let the first one go. Which is kind of funny considering like the next person who comes up is still another 30 seconds away. So you don't want to fight yet. Pull down to close things up, but the second they jump further outside their base, like almost and you're seeing it, yeah, they understand it. You lose 2, and you just try and cut your way up. Get your way up to that top tier 3 tower, and just stop being beggared. The only way they can stop this, but now we actually have a second black hole. A refresh orb is inside KheZu's stash. And Team Secret aren't even going to give them the opportunity. They take the 2 lanes of rack, and they're happy with this.
Yeah, I think that's really smart from Secret. There's no reason to rush it like that. Thought just uses buyback. Whenever you do that, you lose 2 sets of racks. You're very committed. You want to win a fight at the high ground. You want to try and swing it back the other way, potentially get like the tier 2. If you get a tier 3, have access to those shrines. But Secret backing up, and the black hole on cooldown as well. And that's sort of, at this point, Bear's only real opportunity to fight is that black hole being on cooldown. And now having with the refresher as well, it's like a very, very small criteria Bears have to take these fights. They kind of need to get a pick off and play the fight 4v5 from the start, but the way Secret's been playing, that's very, very unlikely to happen, especially with the relocate they can back people up with.
Seems like every time Bears try
Soldier's fortune. Never refuse good.
Nothing that can be done.
Highlight Eye's got a BKB.
Wait, what?
He's so farmed.
Is that, well, he doesn't even have the gold per minute. I thought it was like, oh yeah, he's got 120 gold per minute and just like flooding in money.
It's just the Midas.
He's got plus 20 health regen and plus 10 mana regen.
He's got 111 CS.
And he just bought 3 Tomes of Knowledge as well.
Yeah.
Bump him up a little bit more. TP up on top lane, mid one, underneath that Radiant Surfboard. There's the rotation over. MP also underneath Radiant Vision, but Bears are so scared. It's possibly also because Firo is not there. He's pushing out the bottom lane. He's trying to create a little bit more breathing room for Bears before this top fight happens. And Father's already changed his mind of where he's going. He's no longer looking King Bar. He's now staring down the barrel of the Rapier.
Yeah, I think he needs to go for it. He doesn't have buyback either, so...
I just don't know if he can get out there to get it. Like, you can take this on mid lane right now, up to 3,600. But the courier needs to make the suicide run.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to actually get it over. They're all just sitting there, and I think Fada knows that. He may try and sneak it over through the trees, but you will see it gets sniped a lot of times. And if it does, then, there's basically no way he's getting that rapier before, the base fight happens.
Defense time. Can Bears actually hold the line here? Yamsor waiting in the trees. No one's coming in from Secret. Very defensive. And they're actually deeping out the side lane. It's like they're trying to wait for Bears to make the first move. And they might do so. There's 4 heroes smoked up sitting inside the base, the Team Secret have no eyes on the ball. They actually don't have any kind of vision, like there's no
Radiant's top tower
sitting
is
inside
under
the base.
attack.
And I think Fada also accidentally just triggered that shrine.
Oh, that was so close. They almost caught him down bottom. They smoked up, tried to hex him up, but mid one slided right whenever Adam blinked in and was able to remnant out. He actually goes for the blade mail onto the Ember Spirit, so lets him just kind of run in. The Gyrocopter obviously can't control where his Ags is hitting.
So the Gyrocopter's going to kill himself with the blade melt, unfortunately.
Potentially. It also just gives him more armor, so up to 31 armor now, and...
Here's the move. They're going for it. Fada, do it, bro. Have the support with the Lion.
Yeah, they're trying. Mid one's being a pain, shoving up this lane into them.
They just don't know what's behind them. Like, even if they get the Rapier now, getting home safely is not the easiest task.
Yeah, they're not in a great position. They don't have any vision outside of the base. They
He
get this.
actually changed his mind. He finished the Monkey King part
Okay.
now, and now he still has Rapier in his quick buy.
Yeah, he didn't want to risk heading out of the base like that, potentially just dying right after he buys the rapier. It's just...
With the pace that Team Secret's playing as well, like it's another 2 minutes 20 seconds until his buyback's off cooldown. So we can probably have both, like buyback as well as this Monkey.
Yeah, I don't think Secret minds too much him getting the BKB. Obviously, I mean the buyback. Obviously, they'll be looking for a fight. You know, if they see the opportunity. But they have both the black holes. They're okay waiting for Roche.
Oh, Firo, Puppey so close to him. A blink away. The Observer just a little bit too late there from Team Secret.
Yeah, but even that, they break the smoke. They were looking for some opportunity. They don't need to force anything. I think that's the most important thing for Secret is they don't really throw away their lead. Because they're always just going to have this trump card of, we have the black hole, you don't have any forms of counter initiation, and...
Yeah. Just don't get caught out. But the creep wave is pushing in, it's going to force Bears at least to show themselves inside their own base, but they're still hunting. Up on top lane, the Ember Spirit jumps up here. Yamso's hoping for some kind of crush that can combine with the Invoker, but it's only going to work if the Ember Spirit pushes a little bit harder, and then you're still going to keep in mind that you relocate. The relocate support from Pilot I can come fairly quickly. But they just put the energy to work, and then TP back again.
Yeah, continuing to just get bottled up in the base, and these supports are unlikely to get any more items as the game advances. Firo's gotten up to the Octarine course.
Puppey, back to the line, and we're going to stun Puppey, gets bigger down too, he's pretty low, but here comes the Black Hole again, KheZu, it got the Dara, it got the Invoker, the two big ones, they'll find the kill, Invoker, where's your buyback, you'll have it available, chug, we'll keep pushing through, down to Parev, who retreats back inside the base, all the way to the fountain, so Gyrocopter is down, but they didn't lose any more. That was Black Hole number 1. Black Hole number 2 is available, but without the BKB.
Yeah, and I don't really know what Bears can do. They don't have fodder to run into them. Spam out here and there, some random spells, but it's not. They have Flight, they have Doppelganger.
Red back, no ball combination. Yamso was keeping the cross. Gonna get some kind of disable. EL is just taking brutal. They just have to keep chipping. So Gyro, wait for the timing. There's your buyback. Pulse snap over and then keep the Doppelganger quickly away. Adam, when he able to try catch the eye with more sneaker on the back line. Sun strike on the Ember Spirit. Highlight eye. BKB is trying to protect this one. Able to do so, but Gyrocopter kind of trapped a little bit on the front lines. He wants to bring back out again. The Fury changes accordingly here with the cooldown as well. Space will be created. But if they take any longer, the bottom lane and the mid lane is going to start adding too much pressure because they can't continue the 5v5. And Team Secret can now back up as well. Roshan spawns up in 10 seconds.
Yeah, and they're not in any hurry at all. They can wait 90 seconds for the refresher to come back up. They'll have the double BKB, double black hole up again.
Does
Mid one
Puppey
has...
actually check it right on
Radiant's
the mark?
top tower has been denied.
He's walking in front. Just poke your head in, Puppey.
Oh,
Hey!
hey!
Boys.
Yeah. Ember Spirit picks up a Blink Dagger now as well, and finishing up the bots too, so had 6k gold, buys a couple of small items, isn't going to commit to anything enormous, still has his buyback that way, and he can get on top of these squishy supports, make sure that he doesn't get locked down, which is really the only way a Bear's going to win any of these fights, is if they're jumping in, blowing up a hero. He's going to make sure that doesn't happen so he can play a little bit farther in the fight, he can still jump in and triple around it potentially, or to continue to chains non-stop, as he does have the perma chains.
come. Miss.
Got the permachain.
Oh, maybe he didn't. No, Jara comes to this corner with the open was, but that's the BKB from Sparta. Friggin' it starts to run back. The EMP trying to create a little bit more of a bubble. We never seen Secret not really working so far for Rev. Backing back over Puppey. They still can't even kill up the Rubik. In fact, Puppey runs for Rev, pulling him back into the fight. They're losing too much mana. The diffuser blade is just doing serious lifting. But Team Secret know what they still want. They want that top lane of racks. They want to force up the Mega. Team Advance to defend against it. It's going to basically seal the deal.
Yeah, they're just making sure they don't get over aggressive, looking for, poking and prodding, seeing if they can find a pick off here or there, but not going to overcommit to it. You're actually throwing out a tornado, catching Pyle Die.
I can definitely blast. Still hey, life is going to get it. Lotus Orb is up, but Probe actually getting an amplified. The backside hit, Hero, the damage is there. Pilot Eye will drop. So at least they remove the IO nuisance. Like this, can they do much more? Remember, Roshan is still up. Team Secret did not take him. The Pilot Eye has buyback, and now with the Sunstrike, they scout the fact that Roshan is alive. But there's issues on bottom lane. The creep wave is now attacking the tier 4 tower.
Radiant's middle tower
They want to go in
under
for this,
attack.
they got to go in hard.
Yeah, at the very least, the tier 4s have the regen now. Hero cycling through spells, debating whether to go in or not. It is kind of risky coming into here. They can potentially get black hold, and they're really worried about that. Maybe trying to bait Secret in, flanking into the pit, and then kill them after they've jumped in. Something they could maybe go for. Forev actually TP's back to the base, so make sure they get the creeps off of these towers. They're gonna cut the mid wave.
Mid lane, the Sunstrike wicked is marked. Adam
Puppey.
as well. The Puppey on the wrong side of the river. He'll go down and actually gives over the gem. I say gives the gem back to Yapsor.
Oh, the particle effects, they've started. Forev is got a halo. Oh gosh, Fada's got a halo too.
What the hell is that?
It's happening so fast.
What the hell is that? Back into the fight. They're fighting over Roshan. Fada will drop. Here goes Yum. He gets the black hole. The hold into the Invoker's gone. The Gyro's gone. Gyro will have buyback. Yamson has to jump himself away from this fight to Invoker. He'll buy back quickly. So the Aegis Immortal ends up into the hands of mid-1. And yeah, Darkseer has just gone glorious.
Radiant's
Yeah, with no bad buyback on the Gyrocopter, it's almost definite they're going to lose these racks here.
Don't worry, this game is still an alpha. Alpha game. Mid-1 jumps forward. There's a series chains over on the Invoker. They're trying to hold him here. Puppey to help out. But Probe, Capsule, nice rush, but here we go again. Another black hole. Hold him in position. The Darkseer are in Sparta. They're going down the drain pipe, but they're not dead. They're still alive. The life is there. The Sunstrike and the finger are dead. They'll hit the mark. The Emperor will drop. The PL's down. Buyback is available. The Fear is moving his attention over towards the Enigma. He's brought him down too. They still hold the rack. The mid-1, how much damage is left in the tank for the Ember Spirit? Truth back up and alive. Invoker finds the tier 4 tower. Highlight Die is still being absolutely nuisance. And MP has finally moved to Object Space Gaming. Taking on the top rack. Yapsor with the stun. The Ranger still alive. It's the only thing which is standing between Bed and the Mega Creep. With the fact, here's a tornado. A triple kill for MP is doing the work. Fear definitely plus. It's still not enough. The tease is there. The regeneration is there. They're backing out. Ember Spirit. He'll get the series chains off. Now drop the meteorite down. And the thing you've got. What's left there? Finger of Death is up. Maybe that's the jump. They can kill off Highlight Die with that one. With the sun, with the hex. Yapsor, he'll get the sun off. They're draining out the mana. Mid-1 is low. The Finger of Death will do his job. Adam barely survived. The Flame almost killed him. But he stay on the front lines. Keep the hex up. MP turns around too. Lion will fall. Highlight Die in the neighborhood. Invoker is down. It's only Slaughter and it's only GG. 55 minutes. The game will belong to Team Secret.
Holy crap. Incredibly noble defense, considering the deficit they were in. Gold, the Gyrocopter being down, and they just marched towards the base as well with the Aegis. They defend for that long, but Secret, this Enigma pick ended up just paying off massive dividends. They really didn't have an answer for it.